Revealing Jesus, releasing destinies. This is Celebration TV. Revealing Jesus, releasing destinies. This is Celebration TV.
To 15.7 trillion naira at the end of December 2018.
Senior Democrats have responded by accusing him of committing a gross offense.
The All Progressives Congress has vowed to punish the Ogun State Governor Ibikunle Amosu.
Welcome to Celebration Television News Desk. I am James Comfort and thank you so very much for joining us. Quickly, we'll be taking a look at the news making the rounds. From the local scene, September to Remember 2019 begins at Omega Fire Ministries. Security beefed up around Court of Appeal in Abuja. From the foreign scene, Travis Green launches new album Broken Record. On business, British Airways says services getting back to normal as strike ends. And on sports news, Ronaldo scores 4 times as Portugal rout Lithuania 5-1. Stay with us as we bring you the details of the news after this timeout. Welcome back, and now the news in details. From the local scene, September to Remember 2019 begins at Omega Fire Ministries. Amongst the annual program of Omega Fire Ministries is the September to Remember program, which takes place every September. This year's edition is expected to begin today, Wednesday, the 11th of September, and will last through Friday, 13th September. This program is expected to gather people from different countries of the world at the International Worship Center in the metropolis of Auchi, Edo State, Nigeria, to experience an outpour of God's glory, as there will be signs and wonders wrought by God, forensic prophecies, and mind-boggling miraculous, not leaving out the word depth. There has been numerous publicity both on TV and online, creating enough awareness for this great encounter. This program is hosted by the senior pastors of Omega Fire Ministries International, Apostle Johnson Suleiman and Dr. Lizzie Suleiman, and has been tagged God is Able. So do endeavor to be part of this program, live studio sessions, and also the broadcast of the program on Celebration TV. Seen on the local scene, entrepreneur and philanthropist Olakunle Churchill kicks off Big Church Talent, an online gospel talent show, winning $1,000. Olakunle Churchill, via his label Churchill Entertainment, has launched a gospel online talent show, which he has tagged Big Church Gospel Talent. Now, this online talent show is expected to last from 8 through 15 September and also feature acts in music, dance, and rap. Contestants are expected to record a minute video of them singing, dancing, or rapping to an original or cover of any gospel song, then upload on Instagram tagging at Olakunle Churchill, at Churchill Foundation, and at Gospel Nigeria with the hashtag Big Church Talent. Now, the video will be posted online, and the video with the most plays and votes stands a chance to win $1,000 US. Big Church Talent is powered by serial entrepreneur, business mogul, and philanthropist Churchill Olakunle. Now, this online talent show is poised at recognizing the talent and gift of believers, discovering and ensuring that they have the right promotion. And more from the local scene, security beefed up around Court of Appeal in Abuja. Security was beefed up on Wednesday, which happens to be today, within the vicinity of the Court of Appeal Abuja, as the Presidential Election Petition Tribunal delivers judgment in the petition filed by the People's Democratic Party and its candidate Atiku Abubakar, challenging President Muhammadu Buhari's victory in the February 23rd general election. News Agency of Nigeria reports that security personnel comprising mainly men of the Nigeria Police, the Department of State Services and the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps mounted security checks at both ends of the stretch of the road to the court. NAN reports that lawyers and journalists who arrived at the court premises located in the free arms zone were subjected to checks by security personnel. Justice Muhammad Garba, chairman of the 5-man panel of justice, had stated that the judgment date would be communicated to parties. While adopting his address, Chief Wole Olanipeku San, counsel for Buhari, had described the petition as a sham as it lacked substance and merit. Also, Mr. Yunus Usman San, counsel for the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC), urged the panel to uphold all of its objections raised against the admissibility of all pieces of documentary and oral evidence led by the petitioners. Usman submitted that the electoral body conducted the February 23rd presidential election in total compliance with provisions of the Electoral Act 2010 and also as amended. He also urged the panel to disregard the petitioners' claims that the results of the election were transmitted electronically to a central server managed by INEC, adding that it was the greatest lie of the century. He submitted that it was laughable when the petitioners made pleadings that suggested that only the PDP and APC and their candidates contested the election. Usman prayed the tribunal to take judicial notice of the fact that the Electoral Act 2010 prohibited the transmission of election results electronically. According to him, the law only provides for manual transmission of election results. Usman said that all the witnesses presented by the petitioners admitted to the fact that transmission of election results electronically had no place in the country's statute books at the moment. And finally, from the local scene, Tinubu's loyalists develop agenda to support Buhari's government. A group of professionals and elders of the All Progressives Congress across the Southwest geopolitical zone on Tuesday in Ibadan resolved to fine-tune a 16-point agenda to ensure the success of the second term of President Muhammadu Buhari. The group, under the auspices of the Nigerian Next Level Forum, were mostly loyalists of the national leader of the APC, Bola Tinubu. Some of those who attended the meeting were the group's national coordinator, Chief Oladosu Oladipo, the Southwest coordinator, Dr. Olagoke Salami, Akintayo Amere, Ocean State coordinator, Ibrahim Bolomokwe, and some serving APC reps. Others billed to address the gathering but had yet to arrive at the venue before journalists left the Watershed Event Center, Ibadan, where its national chairman, Pauline Talin, and Tinubu's daughter, Chief Folashade Tinubu Ojo, who is a national women leader of the group. Tagged Southwest meeting, the NLF leader said they were after the success of the APC-led federal government. Oladipo said the aim of the forum was to develop the correct template for Nigeria's next level prosperity through a rapid, systematic and sustainable social, economic growth and development. Now coming up next is news from the foreign scene. We'll be right back.
There is a sparkle of kingdom addiction facilitated with the unction to surmount the insurmountable. Power! Amen. Unleashing revelations that births resounding visitation and empowerment.
Thinkers are tankers. If you don't think, you stink. Every head without sense is a load to the neck. September to remember,
with Apostle Johnson and Dr. Lizzie Suleiman.
God is able.
Welcome back. And now foreign news. Travis Green launches new album, Broken Record. Three-time Grammy nominee, multiple award-winning artist, songwriter and producer Travis Green has launched his upcoming new album, Broken Record, available for pre-order now. Unveiling the album cover and track list, the new album features the lead single Won't Let Go, which was recently released to radio along with the official video for the song. Green has released the new song Good and Loved featuring Stephanie Gretzinger, which is now available as an instant grab track together with Won't Let Go upon pre-order, and releases an official video for the new song featuring his live performance with Gretzinger. On Broken Record, Green has created an 11-track album with other standout forthcoming tracks including Great Jehovah, The Breaker, and more. He continues to make waves as one of the industry's most exciting hit makers of this generation, engaging listeners and friends to come together, connecting in faith and love, taking his songs around the world with smart hits like Intentional, which just recently was Rare Certified Gold, Made Away, You Waited, Be Still, and more. Broken Record will be released everywhere on Friday, October 11th. Green will also perform in an album pre-release event in Washington, D.C. on Saturday, October 5th at the 12th Annual Spirit of Praise celebration sponsored by Radio 1 Incorporated, Praise 104.1, DC's inspiration station. Now showcasing his new album live in concert, tickets are now on sale with the Spirit of Praise celebration also featuring Court Carr, William McDowell, Corinne Hawthorne, Jonathan Nelson and Peppers, and BET's Sunday's Best winner, Melvin Crispell, and finalists Joshua Copeland and Tiffany Andrews. The show will take place at the Entertainment and Sports Arena in Washington, D.C. Now, still on the foreign scene, immigration status, ministers reverse May-era student visa rules. International students will be allowed to stay in the United Kingdom for 2 years after graduation to find a job on the new proposals announced by the Home Office. The move reverses a decision made in 2012 by then Home Secretary Theresa May that forced overseas students to leave 4 months after finishing a degree. Prime Minister Boris Johnson said that change would see students unlock their potential and begin careers in the UK. But campaign group Migration Watch called it a retrograde step. The change will apply to international students in the UK. There were around 450,000 last year who start courses at undergraduate level or above from next year onwards. They must be studying at an institution with a track record in upholding immigration checks. Under the proposals, there is no restriction on the kinds of jobs students will have to seek and no cap on numbers. Chancellor G. Javid tweeted that the move was about time, adding that the government should have reversed this silly policy years ago. Former Universities Minister Joe Johnson, who quit his brother's government last week, tweeted that it was success at last after being involved in the cross-party campaign. Alistair Jarvis, Chief Executive of Universities, United Kingdom, welcomed the decision, saying it would benefit the United Kingdom's economy and reinstate the UK as a first-choice study destination. Evidence shows that international students bring significant positive social outcomes to the UK, as well as £26 billion in economic contributions, but for too long the lack of post-study work opportunities in the UK has put us at a competitive disadvantage in attracting those students, he said. But Ab Mehmet, chairman of Migration Watch UK, said the decision was an unwise step that would likely lead to foreign graduates staying on to stock shelves. And news from the world of business, British Airways says services getting back to normal, a strike ends. Stay with us as we bring you the details after this break.
The earthly spiritual action that will provoke heaven's divine reactions about to happen in the city of Dubai, United Arab Emirates. Open Heavens 2019, Apostle Johnson Suleiman, October. Expected.
Thank you and welcome back. Still on business, British Airways says services getting back to normal as strike ends. British Airways says about 90% of services will run as normal on Wednesday as the airline recovers from a two-day strike by pilots. However, British Airways said its full schedule would not be in place for some time as 150 aircraft and 700 pilots started the day in the wrong place. British Airways cancelled almost all its flights on Monday and Tuesday in a dispute over pay and conditions. Another strike by pilots is planned for later this month. British Airways said on Wednesday the nature of our highly complex global operation means that it will take some time to get back to a completely normal flight schedule. However, we plan to fly more than 90% of our flights today. About half of the airline's 300 aircraft are out of position. And in addition to pilots being in the wrong place, British Airways has said that there were severe disruption to rosters for its 4,000 cabin crew. The airline is offering affected customers refunds or the option to rebook to another date of travel or an alternative airline. Bauper said that the strikes had been a powerful demonstration of the strength of feeling of British Airways pilots. Tens of thousands of flights had to be cancelled, costing British Airways an estimated £40 million a day. British Airways has said its pilots are already paid world-class salaries and has described the pay offer as fair and generous. After 3 years of the proposed pay deal, some captains could be taking home more than £200,000 per year, including allowances, it said. Now, still on business, federal government to make decision on 4 oil projects, says Buhari. The federal government is to deliver final investment decisions on at least 4 key projects within the nation's oil and gas industry within the tenure of this administration, President Muhammadu Buhari has said. Buhari, who is the Minister of Petroleum Resources, said this through the Minister of State Temipre Silva while speaking at the ongoing 24th World Energy Congress in Abu Dhabi, United Arab Emirates on Tuesday. He said his vision was to bequeath a vibrant petroleum industry which would guarantee long-term strategic investments and prosperity to Nigerians. The president was quoted in a statement issued by the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation in Abuja as saying, "My plan is to ensure that during my tenure, 4 final investment decisions are taken. I am sure that within the next quarter, we should be able to conclude on some of these FIDs so as to grow the industry." He also highlighted gas development as part of government's priority to fast-track the industrialization drive of the country. The president further spoke on the need to rehabilitate the nation's refineries as he noted that it was unsustainable for Nigeria to continue to import petroleum products. He observed that while private investment in the refining sector was encouraged, government should focus more on the repair of its existing refineries. The minister described crude oil theft as intractable and said the government was looking at practicable solutions to the menace. He maintained that the government was also looking at the issue of reducing the cost of production through robust engagement with the international oil companies in order to get the best value for all stakeholders. Now, news from the world of sports. Martinez hat-trick fires Argentina over Mexico. We'll bring you the details of the news after this timeout.
There is a sparkle of kingdom addiction facilitated with the unction to surmount the insurmountable.
Power! Amen.
Unleashing revelations that births resounding visitation and empowerment.
Thinkers are tankers. If you don't think, you stink. Every head without sense is a load to the neck. September to remember.
With Apostle Johnson and Dr. Lizzie Suleiman.
Welcome back. And now sports news. Martinez hat-trick fires Argentina over Mexico. Lautaro Martinez fired a 22-minute hat-trick as Argentina trashed Mexico 4-0 in a friendly international in San Antonio on Tuesday. Inter Milan striker Martinez scored in the 17th, 22nd and 39th minutes at the Alamodium to give Argentina a deserved win over lackluster Mexico team. Paris Saint-Germain midfielder Ronaldo scored Argentina's other goal from the penalty spot after 33 minutes as the South American giant romped into a 4-0 lead at halftime. But it was the 22-year-old Martinez who grabbed the headlines with a clinical exhibition of finishing, which took his international goals tally to 9 in 13 appearances. Martinez opened the scoring in the 17th minute, picking the ball up deep in Mexican territory before twisting and turning past several defenders and firing low past Guillermo Ochoa. Martinez bagged his second 5 minutes later with River Plate's Ezequiel Palacios punishing sloppy play in the Mexican defense to send the Inter Milan striker through on goal to finish for 2-0. A disastrous start for Mexico got worse shortly after the half-hour mark when Carlos Salcido was adjudged to have handled in the area to concede a penalty. Paredes duly stepped up to convert to give Argentina a 3-0 lead. Martinez completed his hat-trick 6 minutes from halftime, again capitalizing on lackadaisical Mexican defending to dart in and shoot past Ochoa. Argentina was without several first-choice regulars with Lionel Messi, Sergio Aguero and Angel Di Maria all missing from the 2-game international tour of North America. Still from the world of sports, Ukraine wanted Egypt, not Eagles. Egypt were supposed to face Ukraine in Tuesday's international, but due to administrative circumstances on the part of the Egyptian Football Association, a deal could not be reached, Sports Extra reports. The Pharaohs have been without a manager since Javier Aguirre was sacked after the disappointing 2019 AFCON campaign, where Egypt crashed out in the round of 16. Following the humiliating exit from the AFCON, EFA President Handi Abo-Rida resigned from his position alongside some board members, and this made it tough for the acting association to agree on playing any friendly. Egypt was supposed to be in place for Nigeria in Nipro. The UAF had an agreement with the Egyptian Federation there. There was not enough paper signed, however, the Egyptians postponed the match because of their participation in the AFCON. And then an early departure from the tournament, the resignation of the coach president. And finally, from the world of sports and news desk, Ronaldo scores 4 times as Portugal rout Lithuania 5-1. Portugal captain Cristiano Ronaldo took his international tally to 93 goals when he scored 4 times on Tuesday. The goals helped to give the European champions a 5-1 win away to Lithuania in their Euro 2020 qualifier. Playing in his 161st international, the 34-year-old notched his 8th hat-trick for his country and the 54th of his remarkable career. But the goals did help Portugal through what had threatened to turn into a frustrating evening. Unheralded, midfielder William Carvalho completed the rout in stoppage time as Portugal stayed second in Group B with 8 points, 5 behind leaders Ukraine with 1 game in hand. Serbia are a further points behind in third after a 3-1 win in Luxembourg. Portugal coach Fernando Santos said Ronaldo is the best player in the world. This is clear and unmistakable proof. Lithuania bottomed with 1 point, missed an early chance when Vinkas Sivkar fired over from close range. And they quickly paid the price when Marcos Palionis handled a Joao Felix cross and Ronaldo put away the spot kick in the 5th minute. Ronaldo set up good chances for Felix and Bernardo Silva, which were wasted after the break before taking matters into his own hands. Just as Portugal were beginning to show signs of frustration, Ronaldo produced a low shot which bubbled twice in front of sectors in the 62nd minute. 3 minutes later, Ronaldo was left free in the area to sweep home Bernardo Silva's cross, and Silva also provided the pass for Ronaldo to side foot as 4th 11th minutes later. And that's the size of the news for today from Celebration Television News Desk. But just in case you missed out, here is a recap of the headlines. From the local scene, September to Remember 2019 begins at Omega Fire Ministries. Security beefed up around Court of Appeal in Abuja. From the foreign scene, Travis Green launches new album, Broken Record. On business, British Airways says service getting back to normal as strike ends. And on sport, Ronaldo scores 4 times as Portugal rout Lithuania 5-1. Do not forget you can stay connected to us through our social media platforms to be kept abreast of news and other events as they unfold. On Facebook, it is Celebration TV. On Instagram, My Celebration TV. On Twitter, My Celebration TV. And on YouTube, Celebration TV. I am James Comfort, and thank you so very much for watching.
Amounted to 15.7 trillion naira at the end of December 2018.
Senior Democrats have responded by accusing him of committing a gross offence.
The All Progressives Congress has vowed to punish the Ogun State Governor, Ibikunle Amosun.